the difference? What you see? Possibly the God in me. It's got to be God in me. They tired of me. So it leaves no excuses, apologies, but I'm probably proud of me. They hate me cause I'm a G. Little I when I OD like damn. But I'm going, his is a Sam. Born cause it's Sam. And I ain't shacking, no acting up, no acting tough. None is to be the same reason these niggas calling these passages just to back them up. Thought they was bad as cuffs until they show they bad as cuff. And all these niggas acting up. I bet you mad as duck your head one time. Get your prayers online. Every time I mention Christ, they be giving me all the signs. One sign, one sign, one. All I need is one sign, one sign, one sign, one sign, one. Gotta get it. One sign, one sign, one. All I need is one sign, one sign, one sign, one sign, one. Gotta get it.
Happy Sunday, everybody. It's your boy, Don Illuminati, back with another video. But what I want to talk about today is the pressures of society and how we have these days, these holidays or whatever, right? And you got people who are always expecting you to be there when you've told these people time after time after time, right? Your faith system, what you believe in, right? And it's like they just don't get it. They're just so hard-headed, right? But it's almost just that much disrespectful when you're telling people, look, I don't want to waste my time no more on serving these frivolous holidays, right? Most High told us he doesn't agree with us being a part of those things in that system, right? So let me tell you straight up, right? If you don't get it by now, but if you have family members or you got friends that tell you that they don't want to serve or show up to certain events, you're gonna have to respect that. And I get it, a lot of y'all are very forgetful, so you may be forgetting who's who and what's what. Why don't you sit your ass back, right? Why don't you just go ahead and sit back? Half your family saying they don't even want to do this shit no more. Sit your ass down. You're still y'all at the point where y'all begging people to come out to serve these events, to continue to serve Babylon. Well, we're telling y'all we don't want to do that, but y'all not respecting the fact. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, right? For the ones who want to walk in their faith, right? And they want to be obedient, because that's what this is, okay? This is not us saying we don't fool with our family like that no more. This is saying we're trying to be obedient to the Most High, to the Word of God, and to the way He wants us to live, right? And y'all might say, well, what's so wrong with that? Well, it's only Labor Day, right? Well, why should we take a day off to celebrate a day that we're always working, right? When we're gonna take a day off to celebrate a day that we work, but we're not really working. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of businesses have been going down, small businesses. The middle class has been a target for the last couple of years now, right? And we're at the point now where about 80% of the country is struggling with their bills. But we're supposed to go out here and praise Labor Day. They don't even pay you for the labor you put in. Why are you still giving them your time? Now you getting ready to spend money on food, barbecues, gas money, doing things at a stupid event when it ain't got to be about all that, man. We don't have to celebrate being slaves for this system. Because your labor to this system, a lot of y'all got jobs and can't even afford a car. A lot of y'all put in your labor and you don't even have a house. You've been trying to get a house for 10 years. Busting your ass. Putting in 2, 3 jobs. Now you ready to go out here and praise Labor Day? Are you kidding me? Get the hell out of my face, man. I don't need to serve no Labor Day because first of all, they don't even like to dish out the Most High's children jobs, right? They hate to see a black man in position. So I ain't got nothing to do with that. I've been realized that. I went off, I did my own thing. I've been doing my own thing for over 20 years now. Entrepreneur, right? I serve my own labor. So Therefore, I take my own Labor Day off. That's whatever day I please, right? And I celebrate myself in my time, in my respect, in my energy. So I can call that day any day I feel like, unless I got things booked on the schedule. You understand the entrepreneur life, right? You kind of got more leverage to doing certain things, like as far as taking off. You can have sick days, but you only get a certain amount of sick days when you work for a company. But when you work for yourself, you got unlimited amount of sick days, unlimited amount of vacation days, unlimited amount of your time, your energy, and your labor not going towards a system that ain't putting nothing on your table. But we're getting ready to beg people to come out. You're getting ready to beg people who lost their job this year, to come out to serve Labor Day. You're getting ready to beg people who lost their business this year to come out and serve Labor Day. What the hell is wrong with you, man? You need to serve Labor Day all by yourself. As a matter of fact, you need to put in all the labor by yourself and do Labor Day by yourself. So you can understand what Labor Day is all about. It's about being on your damn own. And you not really having that help or that support that you really need when you're putting in all the work. Now imagine you setting up for your family for Labor Day and nobody show up. How do you think they feel? It's the same reason why they don't want to come out. They've been going to work and ain't nothing been showing up for them. They have nothing to show for. They have no rewards. But y'all praise this Labor Day. Like, y'all praise because y'all love to work for the system. That's how much you saying you love this system, bro. That's how much you saying you love this system. That you would actually take out a day and not call it a weekend, right? And you would just praise the days that you put in labor. Doug, when's the last time y'all been in work and you actually got paid what you really wanted to be paid for your time? And I'm not talking to you entrepreneurs. We know we get paid for our time, even if we're sitting around for a half a year like we ain't working. That other half a year, our time is so valuable, it's gonna fill in for not only those 6 months, but for the other 6 months too. And probably a little bit of cheese on the top, if you feel what I'm saying. But that's all I'm saying, it's a difference. So I could talk about the Labor Day and the pains that it is, and it's gonna cost people, especially if you are a person who gotta pay taxes and stuff like that. Because understand, when you make wages, you gotta pay taxes, it's mandatory. But when you are an entrepreneur, in the tax law book, it says that taxes are a voluntary act. If you're an entrepreneur, if you make income. Income is for a person who brings in their own funds. If you work for a person and you get a paycheck, you don't make income, you make wages. Under wages, it's mandatory to take those taxes out because that system is tied to a banking system that gives you your money, do this, that, and the third. You understand what I'm saying? So you already tied in there and they taking out taxes and this, that, and the third. But when you have your own business and you're set up on your own, if you gotta look up, you gotta look it up. Stop saying it's a loophole. Stop saying people are scamming the system, because they're not. They just know things that you don't know. It was never written in that it was mandatory that a person made income or to have to pay taxes. They only got to pay taxes if they want a house, cars, boats, stuff like that. So eventually, somewhere down the line, you're going to want to have to pay that because you're going to want these things or you're going to need those things. But if you don't got them right now, I wouldn't get discouraged on the idea, because it's always an opportunity for you to be able to do it later. And then when you do it later, all you got to do really is just following those 2 years. If you needed a crib, what they want to see is 2 years worth of taxes being filed. So you would take that 2 years, you would go to the IRS, you will file that, right? Let them know you've been an entrepreneur for the last however long. They ask you, well, you can file taxes back to 10 years. All the way back 10 years, you can go back 10 years and file. So what you really want to do is go back the last 2 years or whatever 2 years that the mortgage companies is active for, and you file for those years. Other than that, you ain't got to tell nobody nothing. You understand? And then when you say, well, do you got all your paperwork in it? And y'all still stick around thinking that you got to bring all these receipts and save all these receipts. Dog, you call H&R Block and you tell them what you made. They ask you, are you sure about that number? They say, okay, well, this is what you're going to end up paying the IRS, and this is what you're going to end up paying the state. Are you comfortable with that? You might say no. They might say, okay, well, how much you think you comfortable with? Telling them. They're not trying to set you up for something that you ain't going to be able to pay, though, at the end of the day. So off of being an entrepreneur, they're literally taking the validation of your word. They're taking the validation of your word. For the most part, I'm telling you. So, and the best thing is to not try to set yourself up so high numbers. Try to give them the lowest numbers you could possibly get, right? And still get what you need. Because other than that, you're gonna get a loan so big, and you're gonna get something so big that you ain't gonna be able to maintain it. So you only want to tell them you only making about as half as what you're making anyway. If you can't make it off of half of what you saying your income is, or what you know your income is, then you shouldn't be doing it. So at least tell them half. If you can't do it with half, then don't do it. But that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about, and I had to throw that in there because a lot of the reasons why people are stuck working for other people and putting labor in for other people is because they don't have the knowledge to work for themselves. They don't even know where to start. They don't even know what to do. Some people still think you got to go through a course to get a business license. Bro, you need to cough up like $95, 75, $95, go downtown, and then you pay for that license. You go ahead and get started on whatever you got to do. If you're doing something that's like in the field of things that's in the industry to where you can be sued for doing certain things, then you might want to get a insurance on that business. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody would tell you, oh, well, you could do an LLC and this, that, and the third. You ain't even got to do an LLC. You could trademark. You ain't even got to get a business license. You can go operate under your name, your personal name, which your name is also a business. When it's all caps, dog, our names are businesses. So it don't matter if we go out there, people will sit there and tell you, oh, I like the way you hustling out here. It ain't nothing about no hustle. Anytime that this vessel can make $1, that's corporate funding, cousin. That's corporate, my nigga. It don't matter what you do. If you're bringing in income, right, under your personal name, under your personal entity, bro, that's still business. Either way, at the end of the day, you bring in money. I don't care about what you sell. That's what makes America actually so great. They talking about, let's make America great again. When y'all gonna start selling drugs again? Let drug dealers get back up on top? Because the last I checked, that's when America was great. The moment they started cracking down, I'm telling you, the moment they started cracking on the cartels and this, that, and the third, you start see what happened, talking about that wall, and you started going at the Mexicans, it ain't been so great, has it? That's because it was not only doing the produce, but a lot of that coke money and that drug money was funding our economy. Yeah. Man, Donald Trump is the main example, bro. He got a freaking hotel out there in Vegas, bro. That's why I used to be out Vegas, bro. You think I used to hustle in Vegas, bro? Out there in Nevada and all that. Bro, I'm keeping it 1,000 with you, right? There is no good person around them hotels. There is no, all it is scammers, body snatchers. Yeah, bro. Don't sleep. Somebody put some in your drink. You'll wake up in a tub full of ice. You'll be missing something. This is what goes on out there. People, bodies missing, body snatchers, human trap, all this type of stuff. Okay? That's where your boy Donald Trump raised up his money. He raised up a lot of his money in that area. You're not gonna tell me that you know what I'm saying, they weren't conducting certain operations, bro. Cause you know you got mafia out there, you got cartel out there talking about you going do business out here or else you are on the property of, cuz I'm telling you, bro, and Trump don't own Vegas. Why he cracking down on DC? Why don't you go crack down on Vegas? Right? All the mini murders and the big time drugs going on over there? Bro, I ain't gonna say nothing. Cause I know I used to be a runner. But dog, do you know how many traffic lanes is all over the highways down in that area, from around Texas, from Nevada, and all these things Trump know about? But he ain't targeted that area. He talking about building a wall, but you building a wall in what places? You ain't building a wall where they actually coming through with the work. All the rappers that know, they still be telling you the route. It's in their raps. They know the route. I know the route. Donald Trump ain't never mentioned that route. He never. So that tell me, this fool, to be honest, I ain't trying to put nothing on your president, but he could still have his hands in things that y'all would wish that he didn't. You understand? Because he's sitting there cracking down on America and this, that, and the third. But nigga, how'd you get funded? How much labor you put in, right? So let's talk about it again. Labor Day. How many people are really in favor of Labor Day, understanding that they want all of your labor? Ocean said he wants you, right? When you get up enough to where you can securely take care of yourselves, what do? They raise the prices on everything. That's what they do to take your money back, to say, well, you used to get paid $100 an hour. Now in this society, you make $50, right? You used to make $18 an hour. Now in this society, you make $9. Bro, That's not cutting out, man. That's just another better way for them to steal your money. By them stealing your money, you know what they say, right? Time is money, right? They're stealing your time. What is time? Time is energy, right? Time is energy. Time is energy, numbers, space, frequencies. Man, you put in energy to get that money. No matter what you say. That's your life force, right? So they can just come through whenever they want and say, I want half your life force, and y'all gonna go out here and praise them one day and say, thank you for, you know what I'm saying, reminding me how much you slaving me out here. You reminding me how much you putting me into the ground right now because I can't keep up with everything that's going on. Now, I'm speaking from a side that I used to be on because I used to be homeless. I understand what it's like, you know what I'm saying, and not really had the funds like that. But what I never really understood was what it's like to work a 9 to 5. I never knew what the hell. Bro, that shit always scared the hell out of me, cuz, like, yo, if I'm only making this, how am I ever gonna get that? How am I ever gonna have time to put some investments into something else that I can actually build? I can't do that when they taking all my time, right? So now they install y'all niggas, make y'all work 20 more hours a week. You ain't even got that little bit of extra time. You just was about to go spend extra time putting into something to build something for yourself. Now they done took that. Why? Because you still out here trying to play catch up, but then want to turn around and serve Labor Day. Labor Day, nigga, that's called Slavery Day, bro. But y'all niggas want to sit here and keep worshiping it. Unless you ain't get paid $100 an hour or better out here, what you respect Labor Day for? You still got no car, you got no house, you can't barely take care of your kids. A lot of y'all niggas still on child support, but y'all ready to show up to the barbecue tomorrow. Man, that's a ritual, dog. We not doing that. That's what I'm telling y'all. You gotta tell your folks, calm down when it come to that, bro. You can't be trying to convince us as if this is still something we want to do. Why do you think the Most High told us stay away from these things? He's sitting there looking at y'all like, yo, y'all niggas don't even know y'all getting played. I can't stand to see y'all getting played like this. So I'm gonna do like this. I'm gonna tell y'all, you not playing parts with these things. You let them do what they do. They're fools. We already let you know that it comes from the Most High, right? And you're being disobedient by going against his will and his way, right? Okay, then that's on you. Don't be sitting there gritting on me with the wrong face and asking me why I didn't show up and this, that, and the third. Dog, I'm telling you, man, I'm gonna keep it gully with you. If you don't want to respect me because I'm respecting the work, then I ain't got no reason to respect you. I have no reason. Everybody gotta do this. To your friends, to your family, all that, man. We cutting this shit, bro. Cause nobody is gonna force us nor make us feel bad for not showing up to one of these fucking satanic holidays, cousin. We ain't doing it, man. That's all I want to say, though. So, till next time, man, it's your boy, Don Illuminati, man. Get at me. Peace.
Ain't no war outside. I don't believe it, though. I don't believe it, though.